You look mad.
Ist echt kalt am Kopf, weil ich so kurze Haare habe.
15-4. Good though. 15-4. Nice job.
Ah, schöne Corner. 3. 3. Den ist gut.
2, 3.
Zur Länge. Hat er Platz?
2.
Benny.
2, 3.
Das curlen. Den ganzen Weg curlen. Carve, Benny, carve. Noch Stück, noch Stück. Schön. Gut.
Stop it!
Ja.
Sweet! Yep!
Stop 12.
Yep! Hard play!
Stop
Play
8.
good!
Stop 12.
Yep! Yep!
Stop 12.
Gotta go! 15-1. Yeah, Carl.
5.
Ja, jetzt würde ich hinter die Center, oder? Wir haben 2 Center gegangen.
15-1. Den ist gut.
5, 6.
Den noch Felix.
Also lang ist er nicht. 5.
5 ist gut. Den ist gut.
Was bist du jetzt schon? Ja.
Ja, Felix, hart.
4, 5.
Hart, Felix. Fest. Drück, 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 drück. Okay. Ah, er hat auch ziemlich runtergebremst dann zum Schluss, oder? Wir waren jetzt 15-2. Ja.
Back forward!
Incident.
Clean!
Back 4, back 8, just
Whoa.
now.
Go. Whoa.
Clean! Yep!
Back 8.
Right! Yep! Hey! Yes!
Yep. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
14-2.
Nase leicht innen. Gut. Bisschen auf Curl.
Besser.
Ja?
Ja, der exakt leicht innen. Das ist schon gut. Ist er gefallen oder ist er gefallen?
Yep!
Couple feet more. Weight's good.
Yep! Hard!
Weight's good.
Gotta go!
Back 4.
Yes! Hard! Hard! Yes!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
13-4 I got on that.
9.
Yeah.
Bisschen schon. Ja, dann lass dir mehr geben. schneller.
Yep. Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Sorry.
Ja, vor allem wenn es frisch ist.
Guys, you've got no air here, right?
Edge on edge!
Good morning, curlers.
Yeah.
It's a lovely sunny morning here at Baden Masters 2024 edition.
This turn all day.
We've already had some great games yesterday, and you join us bright and early for the breakfast round here at Baden. Most of these teams played last night. A couple are new on the ice. Let's see if that has an effect for them. This is Lorna Rettig, and we will be looking together this morning at our featured game here on Sheet 2 at Baden Masters. We are watching Team James Craik from Scotland, and they are playing Team Benny Kapp from Germany.
Curl, 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 curl. Hard.
James Craik's team, they played yesterday. Close game they had against Brunner's team from Switzerland, but it was Brunner's team that won in the final end, 6 points to 4.
That sat down like crazy.
Stay down.
So James's team, they'll be looking to bounce back with a win. The Germans, they did not play yesterday, so they had
Hit it on,
a
drive,
little
buddy.
practice before this even us up a bit, find their feet on this ice.
Touch mehr noch.
Yeah.
In Canada, get mid.
You join us here in the first end. James Craik's team playing Yellowstones, Benny Kapp's team playing red, and the little hammer there just above Mark Muskatovich's head tells us that it is the Germans who have last stone in this first end. But struggling to build an end at the moment. You can see there's a bunch of yellows lying around, and Mark Muskatovich just really trying to clear some space at the moment. And the Scots doing exactly the reverse. They would rather keep everything blocked up. We have, as always, 4 games going on out in the Arctic on sheet 1. That's the only sheet that we don't have a camera on. Over there we have 2 winners from yesterday, Michael Brunner's team from Switzerland and Joel Retornaz. What a game we had watching them yesterday, the early evening session against the new team from Philippines. But both of them did win in the end. Michael Brunner and Joel Retornaz's teams, they face off on sheet 1. On the static cam on sheets 3 and 4. On sheet 3 we have the other German team, Team Totzek from Germany. They had a good win last night over the travelling Canadian team, Team Chandler. So Totzek's team, they are facing off against Team Cameron Bryce from Scotland. Cammie's team also did not play yesterday. They had the bye in the first round, so both those teams having a little practice before beginning. You don't just take to the ice and have to throw a perfect guard weight. And finally, on sheet 4, we have the aforementioned Canadian Team Chandler. And they are playing against the mighty Team Edin of Sweden. Now, viewer, both of those teams on sheet 4, the Canadians and Team Edin, well, they both lost yesterday. You might be surprised to learn. So both of them looking for their first win. Team Chandler from Canada just have 3 players at the moment. I did check to make sure that everybody's fine, and apparently the reason they have 3 at the moment is the 4th player struggled to get time off work. They're having a European tour for a couple of weeks, this Canadian team, and it's a long way to come. And yeah, the fourth player is joining later, but I think unlikely to be getting any easier. Life with 3 players out there against the most successful team ever. But good luck to you, Team Chandler. But back to our featured game on sheet 2. The team from Scotland having a bright start here. Their objective fairly simple. Very first end of a game. Nobody needs to score big here, but Scotland just want to frustrate the Germans. They just want to make sure Germany is not having chance to get used to this ice, to settle, build an end, and we can see that working very nicely. 2 yellows lying, or is it even 3? I think that one at the outside. Yep, I think they're lying 3 yellows. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and not a lot of space. There you can see that yellow at front just hanging on. Not a lot of space for Mouat Muskatovic. Welcome to the competition, sir.
Easy.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Let's see how effective that practice was.
Yep. Hard.
This is looking very nice.
Hard current.
That is an excellent effort from Muskatovic under big pressure. A little bit of space for the Scots to follow it, but hats off to you, Mouat Muskatovic. The Germans were in all kinds of trouble here in their first end of the competition. Bravo, sir. It is the Germans who have last stone. We shall say hello to the teams just shortly. Final throw in the first end for the Scots. Big sweep coming from the Scots front end, but it's not quite going to find that little space. Just pulls up a little bit short, and is there enough space to get a second point in there, rather against the run of play in this first end? An exciting start for us viewers. 27 stones in play, I think.
Lang raus. Du musst da schon ein bisschen mehr Speed kommen. Ja, obwohl ich glaube, wir können schon mit 10 cm am Stein vorbei.
Nee, ich meine, dass hier langsam sein wird.
Ja.
But the Germans deciding, no, there isn't actually enough space to go down that path productively again. Muskatovic, there's a nice view. There is room in that 4 foot if he can squeeze round that front yellow, just on the left of our screen there. He can get 2 points here, and he was really nice with his weight on his first shot. And I think that would settle the ship beautifully. A bit of a rocky start for HMS Germany.
Gut.
Easy. Nur Länge.
Wechsel. Wow.
His line looks nice.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
He's definitely around that front yellow. Sit, 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 they're all telling it.
Sehr schön, Marc.
Looks good, you know.
No, schön.
A little surprised chin from Germany. I think that was 2 points.
Aber,
And yeah, Scotland looking like someone stole their breakfast.
aber laufen wir so aus hinten, gell?
But really getting out of jail there, the Germans, that's very much a skip's deuce there for Mouat Muskatovic. So heads up Scotland, didn't do much wrong really in that end.
2 nur plus und dann grüner Pfeil, oder?
Schöne 5,5.
So let's say hello to the teams out on the ice. Representing Germany, fourth and skip is Mouat Muskatovic, third thrower Benny Kapp, second Felix Mesenzahl, and lead thrower is Johannes Scheuerel. Representing Scotland, one of 5 Scottish teams.
Linie sehr gut.
Skip and fourth is James Craik, third Mark Watt, second Angus Bryce, and lead for Scotland is Blair Haswell.
Okay, Benny am Stein. Vorne 3, vorne 3.
No changes to those lineups from last time.
Gut, ja. 16-2.
But it will be Scotland now. In the second end, we'll have last stone. Can someone put the
On you
score
go,
up,
Gus. You
please?
don't look heavy. You don't look heavy at all. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
These are
whoa.
complicated scoreboards
Over
these
curling.
days. You have to work them out. But yes, that was indeed
6.
a remarkable 2 in the first end. But good for you, Team Cap. And the Scots putting up that corner guard right away. They will be trying to get 2 on the board straight back.
Linie sehr gut.
6.
Linie ist gut.
Good morning
Mit
to
eng.
Nee, bleib drauf,
Sauber.
bleib drauf.
Megan and Michaela, our super fans in the chat,
Easy, hat Platz. Hat Platz.
Ah, ist 8,
who
9.
never seem to sleep.
Ganz weg. Ganz weg. 14-0. Sit, sit. Nein, kalt genug, kalt genug. Jojo, 14-0.
Alle in der Höhe. Das weiß er. Vorne. 2.
And if you're wondering, viewer, if Benny Kapp is a relation of the illustrious Kapp clan from Germany, you're absolutely right. He is the son of highly decorated Andy Kapp. So being a top curler is kind of in his genes.
Nice shot. Real good. I got 14-5 on that.
5,5, 6.
And I'm good friends with a long-lost relation, Adam Kapp, who's one of my teammates from US curling, from Potomac Club. And it's Adam's dream to meet his long-lost Kapp cousins.
Länge, Linie gut. 5 ist gut.
Also deiner kam ziemlich runter. 6,
5,5.
7.
Oh, dann Benny Kaff. Halt Benny, yep.
Nee.
Halt Benny, yep, yep, yep. Halt Benny, bleib drauf, bleib drauf, bleib drauf. Fest, fest Benny, fest. Schön.
But gosh, after a bit of a rocky start from the Germans, they are smashing it here in this second end.
15-2.
Yeah?
Must check what they had for breakfast. Everyone had their porridge there, I think.
Mit Wischen kriegst du 1,5, 2 Sekunden rausgewischt. Ist anstrengend zum Wischen, vom Widerstand. War nur der alte Pets gestern. Aufgeschmissen.
Ja, ja.
Unlucky.
We're looking at the inverse of what really happened on
2-3.
in the first end.
Easy.
It was Scotland piling stones towards the centre and giving the Germans quite some challenges to think about, but that magnificent skips deuce from Mark Muskatovic really magicked that out of thin air. And now it's Germany setting up this end to ask all the questions of Scotland.
Ja, nee. Ja, vom ersten war 15-1. Nee, ich find's okay. Ihre haben auch nicht viel gemacht, aber du stabilisierst ihn einfach, dass er dir nicht extrem weggeht.
We saw James's team last year here, making semi-finals last year.
Back to hack.
Carrying on in handy fashion from there. They won the Bern Inter event a month or two later, and they are currently vice champion from Scotland, just losing in an extra end to Ross Whyte's team. Just shows you how tough it is to get the Scottish representation.
Whoa! Whoa!
We all know Bruce Mouat's team very well, but I tell you, if Bruce Mouat's team have an off day, there are at least 4 teams who would gladly take the #1 spot away from him, including the team out there, James Craik's team then, vice champions from Scotland, and slowly starting to make progress in this second end. Let's see how everyone else is getting on this morning. It was a nice score of 2 for Michael Brunner on sheet 1. They are playing Team Retornaz from Italy. Then on the static cam on sheets 3 and 4, it was a score of a steal of 1 to Cameron Bryce's team from Scotland. I know, my mistake. It was a score of 1 they had last stone to Cameron Bryce's team. That's their first game of the competition against Team Totzek. Over on sheet 4, it was a blank in the first end for Team Chandler of Canada, playing just with 3, and they are up against the Swedish juggernaut of Niklas Edin. Blank end in the first, but as we said, both of those teams lost yesterday. If you were looking quickly at the schedule and seeing a team from Canada versus the most successful team who's ever played, you might think probably both of them are having quite a good competition. No, they're not. They need to start winning.
Hard, Jungs! Yep! Hard, Jungs!
We watched 2 other of the Scottish teams last night. That was with Linda, and she was covering, it was Bruce Mouat's team against Kyle Waddell's team, and that turned into a bit of a runaway for Bruce Mouat's team. They had a big score in the third end and didn't really look back.
Was war der jetzt?
Der war jetzt 15-4.
Yeah. Very skinny on this red, but I don't hate it.
Der war
If you get 2 going, you'll get 3 going.
War ein bisschen rund, ja.
aber also nicht genau, ja.
I don't
Here in our
mind this.
featured game at Baden,
Deswegen habe ich gleich ein bisschen anwischen lassen, das ist ja
the Scottish vice champions running out of stones a bit to do something with this end.
Also wenig gecurlt, ja.
Ich hatte nur ein bisschen Sorge, weißt du, im Vierfußbereich.
It was a real pressure score of 2 in the first end to Benny Kapp's team from Germany. And Scotland with quite a lot of work to do. You can see we're getting to the business end of the second end here. Not too many more stones for Scotland to do something decisive. Mouat, though, just changing it up a bit, removing that dangerous red. But yeah, still problems. It is still red, lying 2. And as well as breakfast curling here in Baden, we have 11s is curling, lunchtime curling.
Ja, Viertel dahinter. Ja.
5 o'clock pins curling and evening curling. We have 5 draws today, so make sure you join for all of them.
Vorne 8. Pfister 4 Fuß grad so.
The next game we will be watching, it's the team from the US, and they will be playing the Swiss vice champions, Schnider's team. We'll be back at 11 o'clock European for that one. And then we have a real feast of curling. Your lunchtime curling, it will be Edin's team against Totzek from Germany. The 5 o'clock PIMS game will be Schwaller's team, the Swiss champions, against Whyte's team, the Scottish champions. That will be a cracker. And then this evening's draw at 8:30 European. That will be the wildly popular Team Philippines, skipped by Pfister, and they will be playing Brunner's team. So we have a real buffet of curling for you today.
Ja, oder ein bisschen früher switchen, glaube das macht aber schon, weil man
ja, aber das ist halt schwierig, weil irgendwann kommt er dann doch.
Ja, ja.
Das ist einfach feines Eis. Ja. Vielleicht ein bisschen mehr mit drauflegen arbeiten.
Ja.
Dass wir die erste Hälfte nur drauflegen.
Oder andere polieren.
That's what the Scots are looking at just now. Small mistake maybe from Germany. James Craik, he can see, I think, all of that red. But the angle's not so nice for the Scots here. I think that could be why they're hesitating. I think if you get to that red as much as it can, I have an idea the red just squirts straight back onto the other red. It sounds like the Scots are playing a 10-second shot. That means 10 seconds between the hog lines. At the club, we would probably call that a slow takeout, easy takeout. In Canada, I think that's a board weight. And in Scottish clubs, you would probably call it a barrier. Pressure on for James Craik of Scotland.
Whoa! Close! No! Straight! Straight! Yes! Hard! Hard! Hard!
He has made it round that front guard. He does catch the red on the way past, but lovely shot from James Craik there. He has punched that red just back far enough that it is now yellow, who are sitting shot. Really good pressure shot from the Scottish skip there. Yeah, let's have a look at that one again. Just getting round that guard. That was the dangerous shot. He does punch the red back onto the other red, but with exactly the right weight. Bit of a sweep from Mouat, and that is enough. So really nice stuff now from the Scottish team there. That yellow tucked in behind a couple of stones there. Difficult for the Germans to get to.
Eigentlich muss ich nur 2/3 treffen, dass er stickt und lauft dann da gegen den gelben. Gut, man kann drunter durchlaufen.
Having said that, you know what I'm about to say, viewers. A score of -1 here for Germany is fine. As long as they can restrict Scotland to only 1 point.
Nee, ich glaube, den lassen wir
That's a good end for
Aber
Germany.
kann
They
den
will get
Backline spielen.
last stone back,
Dann spielt man hier hin, ja.
and they will be ahead 2-1. So a maximum
So?
1 yellow is okay for them, and
Ja, so voll covered wie
Er hat
möglich.
eigentlich nie
that may be what they're discussing. They seem to be talking about
Ja.
trying to sneak all the way around the back of that yellow.
Tief, wenn wir kurz bleiben, hier ist er auch nicht schlecht.
I think that might be overdoing it, you know.
Ja, es wird halt, ja.
Also voll Vierfuß.
I think
Aber
if you
dann ist
just
fast viel, oder?
Ah, ich bin
kind
schon
of
okay. Wir können zum Schluss auf Switch
bump
gehen.
up to that yellow, just thrown by James
Bevor wir
Craik.
angehen an dem, lieber ein bisschen zu weit.
You're putting an awful lot of pressure on him to come up with a second point.
Weißer T-Line.
I suppose there's a
Voll
space on
Vierfuß auf der Spur
the
dann
anti-clockwise
auch schon,
handle though.
weil dann rollt er mit seinem Shooter
Maybe
immer
that's what
weiter
they're
weg,
thinking.
noch rein.
Ja.
Minimal, ja. Wir müssen nur ein bisschen mit Vision aufpassen, weil du es schon sehr krass rausziehst, wenn er vielleicht braucht am Anfang mit Heavy Clean und Jojo poliert dann. Aktiver als eben.
So let's see what the split time is, hog to hog. That will give us an idea of how fast the ice is running.
6.
Wechsel!
Ice Master Jamie, as
Wechsel!
always.
Sieht schnell aus!
He's definitely not allowed any sleep this
Ja, ja.
weekend.
Wer?
Jojo, jetzt geht Carve! Carve!
So
Right.
14.72,
Yep.
and this looks
Yep, yep,
Like-
yep, yep, yep.
pretty much T-weight.
Okay.
It is.
Yep.
Okay, so 14.7 hog to hog. That tells us the ice is running pretty quickly.
Okay.
But that's not unusual at these highest level competitions. We really get the best ice makers in the world. That's what these top teams expect. That's the kind of ice you'd play on at Worlds and Pacifics, Europeans and so on. But that was the danger with trying this shot from Germany. Is I think you've made this
Entweder
Schade, den vielleicht
a
noch
bit more straightforward for Scotland to pinch two straight back.
Das ist
er nicht
aber das ist
direkt
halt schwierig, weil er muss ja dann gerade so besser sein als
But not a gimme.
Aber wir wollten halt, dass er Viertelbällig ist.
Clean!
So, bei dem Dreier links, gell? Ah, der wäre, glaube ich, ziemlich dumm gewesen.
No! Clean!
Call of clean is typically a happy sound if you're sweeping. Yeah, he's got that spot on. Oh, or has he?
Grooven ins
Certainly one. Ooh. Did that not quite catch enough of the red? Are we going to measure? So everyone agreeing on one. That one just touched with Mark's brush there. Yes, that's definitely 1 point. But is it two? I don't think it is, you know. I think they are going to measure.
Ich glaube gelb, aber ich würde messen.
They're not too sure. Yeah, that we've got some
Hey, wieder das
nice
Knopf
graphics there under the ice.
Wo ist denn das Messgerät?
And it looks very lovely, the stag having a roar at the moon or whatever stags do. But yes, it makes using your eyes for a measure a little bit more complicated. So doing the right thing and asking the umpire to come measure. What do you think, viewer? Oh, I've changed my mind now. I think it is two yellows now.
Hat er ihn noch berührt? Den roten hinten hat er ihn berührt? Nee. Echt?
Oh, actually, it's Benny Kapp going to get the measure.
Fuck me.
We can trust the teams to do this themselves as well.
He's optimistic.
Where's the hole?
Yeah, unless the hole is a mile off and you guys know something we don't. This is embarrassing.
Oh dear.
That's it. Seriously.
No joke.
Fuck's sake.
James says, unless the hole is a mile squint.
Gelb einstellen. Und dann
I'm not sure which way he thinks it needs to be though.
don't touch anything.
The big decision here though, quite a difference between levelling the scores at 2 each and only picking up 1 and losing last stone back to Benny Kapp's team.
Yeah.
Huh? It was closer than expected. Huh?
Well, they all seem quite sure of it. It didn't look so clear from my angle. Well, he kicked the red away first. We will see. Hopefully one of the boys will put the score up in good time.
Ja. Ja, aber auch bei meinen, wenn wir da nicht so tief sind, dann...
Bei der zweiten jetzt. Ja.
Nee, ist Muttermal. Aber es ist genau im...
Some people are a bit scared of the scoreboard, understandably. You can see there's an iPad kind of device at the side there. You don't just hang a plate there anymore. It's much more complicated. But don't be intimidated, boys. Do let us know what the score was there. Yeah, Mark seemed to have the hang of it last time.
Yeah. Nice, real good.
16-5.
That was a 2. Well, silly you, Germany. I think you made the wrong shot with your last stone. I would have just blocked in that yellow and forced him to go around the anti-clockwise handle. I think you made Scotland's life a bit too easy there. And what a difference that is. Scores now level again, as you were in the third end. Well, gosh, look at the left side of your screen, viewer. It was a bright start from Brunner's team from Switzerland. But the Italians in no mood for losing this morning. And look at that on the left. A bit of a yawn from Joel there. It's an early start for everyone. But a big 3 for Italy in the second end. It's the Italians leading 3-2 over on sheet 1. On sheet 3, Cameron Bryce's team, finalists here last year. Always a very dangerous team. And it's Cammie's team are winning 3-0 after 2 ends against Totzek of Germany. And cagey stuff over on sheet 4. The 3-man Canadian team, Chandler. One of them still back in Canada. Not getting all the time off work for their European tour. But they're managing okay with 3. They scored 1, steal of 1, I think, in the second end. And putting a lot of pressure on Edin's team here in the third end. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on all of those games. Ooh, another exciting incident. We are playing the no tick rule. Actually, that was a bit more than a tick anyway, wasn't it? But we are playing no tick rule. So if your guard is touching the centre line, as that yellow surely was, you are not allowed to move it off that centre line. Of course, it's still protected by a free guard zone anyway, but you are also not allowed to move it off the line because these top teams, they were just getting too good at the tick shot. And that's really switched it up, actually. It used to be that, say, in a 10th end or an extra end, if you can get 2 nice tick shots, there was very little the opposition could do about it. And now, that's not an option. Keeps more stones in play.
Top 8 just now. Top 12. Top 8.
And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones played. Free guard zone is over.
Yep. Board.
That
Hack
means
the board.
no tick is automatically over as well. And now the Germans can start moving some of those yellow stones off the centre.
Easy. Hell. Hell. Halt, Benny. Fest.
Trying to sweep to catch the curl. Yeah, they wanted that stone to curl a little bit more though. But they've also lost their own shooter. That red just hanging on right on the left of, way over on the left of the sheet there. I will be a little bit surprised if that comes into play, but you never know. And do come back for our later games viewer. We have access all areas here in the technical booth, and I've been chatting to a bunch of teams yesterday over dinner, so we've got all kinds of interesting things to discuss. Really nice throw from Scotland.
Aber die Mitte ist zu.
I have no idea.
Ich würde dahinter gehen, oder?
That red still lying shot,
Gehen wir so
but
rum.
it's wide open, is behind T-line,
So rum
and
ist halb
those
offen.
two yellows in front,
Hier kann immer den Hit and Roll für den spielen.
they're going to cause trouble for Germany. You can see how important it is. Yes, we wanted to move that red stone, but very important that our yellow hung around as well, and that becoming much more important in the game today.
Den ist sehr gut.
It's not all about just removing stones, it's about where does the shooter lie as well.
Okay. Dann wo? Close.
9.
So. Yep.
Sind schnell.
Auflinie. Halt. Oh.
It's Team Benny Kapp playing red. They have the last stone in this third end, so they can afford to be a bit aggressive, try and build an end, and that's a really nice throw from second thrower Felix Meisenthal, pardon me.
Whatever turn you like, really, but that we don't really know this one as well as this.
You can see how much curl there is on this ice.
Thinking if we ever hang here, then they make this through the hole isn't great.
That yellow touching the 8 foot, but you can still get a stone all the way in behind it. Felix not so pleased with that, but
All the way back.
it was a brave effort.
Ja, genau. Also ich glaube, Eis war ein bisschen viel. Aber vom Release fand ich den Takeout ein bisschen besser als den Draw.
Scotland
Ein bisschen lang geworden. Und hat
thinking they would like to do the same. If they can just follow that same path, then indeed they can cut off
viel Eis bei dem davor.
this particular path. But James saying, wait, wait, wait. I'm not sure they have found that same path, but let's see if they can maybe carve it in. Well, they found a very good path. Lovely throw.
Nice shot.
We saw this a little bit in the first end. Germany working to build an end, trying to get shots in play. But the risk is, if you're not perfect, then you can end up facing a bunch of stones instead. And that's somewhat the situation at the moment for skip Mark Muskatowicz. Just wanting to clear a bit of space now.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep, yep.
Halt. Schön.
Lovely shot. Big throw from Benny Kapp, clears
Sehr
out the
schön,
whole
Benny.
centre.
Super Stein.
And yeah, sehr schön, Benny. Really nice throw from Benny Kapp. Just opens everything up now. getting Germany out of trouble with a single throw.
Very flat.
Wir haben jetzt auch ewig gebraucht zum Essen. Dass wir den Ständer wieder aufgestellt haben, das haben wir weiter gebraucht.
Ja.
Ja.
What? Maybe. I don't think the double's there.
Wir hatten aus.
I think we got it.
Guard.
Show him a piece on this side.
Yeah, show him this
Just
side.
bite the center line. I think.
Ich bin unangenehm, weil ich da die ganze Zeit stand und wartet habe und immer sagt, es wird nicht mehr kommen. Die durch.
Not too much danger for Scotland though. They played the first half of this end really nicely.
Jetzt war's aber ich.
Two Scottish yellow stones hanging around, but they will be mindful there are still two reds.
So just
Doesn't take much for the whole situation to change, bring both of those reds back into play.
Ja, komm.
They had a score of 2 in the first end, the Germans, a little bit by magic. And Scotland do not want to get surprised like that again.
close, Blair. Whoa! Stop.
So that a wise shot.
Wie siehst du den?
Ja, ja.
Pretty good there, though.
Backline!
It is a yellow line shot, but it is red with last stone.
Aber den roten noch behalten, oder?
Ist egal. Ich glaube, der kommt nicht mehr ins Spiel. Aber dann liegen wir short vor dem Gelben.
Okay,
Easy Backline.
okay.
Wichtig ist, dass er von der Linie.
Ha?
Wichtig ist, dass er von der Linie Nase auf dem liegt. Also easy Backline, dass er genug hält.
This is what Benny Kapp is looking at. That's his view. He can see under half of that yellow shot stone though. An interesting decision from Mark Muskatowicz there. Benny's first stone cleared out the whole centre. Scotland replacing that centre guard.
Hard!
And Mark now deciding to go towards the centre. But oh gosh, that's caught far too much of a curl.
Okay.
It does open it up though. That's definitely the tolerance for that shot. Let's miss on the professional side. So at least that guard is now moved. But yeah, if you just put a stone just where Mark Watt is indicating, you're piling pressure
Roughly there in the first.
on the skip of Germany for his last stones. And that's the risky scene.
Ja, ich glaube, weil es nicht aktiv gepusht ist.
As long as the center line hangs, we're okay.
I wonder if just clearing that guard might have been a wiser choice for Germany.
I guess there's a chance he does freeze.
Then we're capping it.
Yeah.
You can hear James and Mark there discussing not only this shot, but if we do this, what will they do? Then we'll be left with a tap for our 8th stone, and so on. 4 stones left to come in our third end in our featured game at Baden Masters 2024. We are watching the vice champions of Scotland, James Craik's team. And it's the first game of this tournament for Team Benny Kapp from Germany. The momentum going backwards and forwards. Neither team dominant at the moment in this game.
Clear, yeah. Over curl. You're gonna over curl.
So was schon sein kann,
Just need to stop.
Ja.
It's an over and up sort of stone, over the hog line, up with the brushes, just let it stop.
So würde nichts bringen.
Das ist eigentlich blöd, weil du rollst dann mal weg und dann schießt es weg und
And it is there. It's just over the hog line. We don't quite see it with our camera angle. Now, Mark Muskatovic
Jetzt gerade ein bisschen langsam.
fashioned a remarkable 2 points in the first end. Can he do it again?
Wäre nicht mal Ziel geworden. Dann aber 14 Minuten hinten 4. Einfach nur, dass man mit dabei bleiben. Genau den Freeze auf den gelben braucht.
That's the view for Mark as he prepares his stone. Definitely space to swing all the way around that guard just thrown by Scotland. But if you do that, it could be difficult to get 2 points. But what do I know? They got a superb 2 in the first end.
Straight!
The line looks very nice here.
Straight, straight! Yep! High! How do you?
Just a matter of the weight. Big sweep from front end there. Oh no! Oh dear, oh dear. Now he's kind of blocked himself in.
Ganz großartig rüber.
Ja, ist nur der da. Nee, aber bei 9 war ich ein bisschen nervös, weil der auf dem gelben drauf war. Da habe ich gedacht, okay, dann ist jemand voll drauf. War ein bisschen hektisch. Aber von mir ein bisschen hinten raus, weil ich 9 gehört hatte. Und er war so gerade zugelaufen und wir kennen ja, dass er da gerade läuft.
Ja, das habe ich so gesagt.
Glaube ich auch nicht. Weil wenn sie auf Curl drauf
Playing with fire a little bit, Germany,
geht
and
wirklich um die Ecke mit Carven.
that stone burning a
Bei den
bit.
extremen Geschwindigkeit.
Yeah, Scotland are just a bit nervous
Wenn
that
du die clean machst.
that little yellow right towards the
So
centre.
runterbremst hier dann, gell?
It is a little bit lonely if
Genauso die 1er Guard.
the Germans could manage to get to it.
Das, was ich meinte, das war vielleicht
There is a
das ist vielleicht ein
hatful
bisschen ändert sich.
of reds lying around. But yeah, I think that looks pretty safe if James Craik just kind of follows that red.
Der da.
Maybe just bumps up against it.
Ja, du veräppelst mich, oder? Der da. Der? Achso, im Spielfeld. Achso, ich dachte im Haus. Das brauchst du auch noch eine Welle.
We have 5 teams from Scotland competing this year.
Achso, okay.
We have 5 Swiss teams, 2 teams from Germany, and 1 each from Canada, US, Sweden, Netherlands, Norway, Czechia, Philippines and Italy. We have 11 countries represented in our roster of 20 teams.
Ja, und gebremst hat da vorne, also es verändert sich wirklich ins Eis, weil der James wohl auch kein.
Aber glaubst du, das ist so...
Also diese...
And
sehe ich jetzt
all of our visiting guests, all of our international teams will be featured on the live stream at least once.
Geschwindigkeit immer verlieren. Hörst du, wie er dann immer schreit? Wieder auf Geschwindigkeit und Gerade, weil die einfach so extrem
And then,
einbrechen.
of course, we shall be watching
Also einfach panisch von mir
the top
einfach,
teams. It will be the
weil,
top
wenn er
2
neun
teams
sagt,
from
denkt man
each
auch,
group
okay,
of 5. We have 4 groups of 5 teams. The top 2 from each group will qualify for quarterfinals on Saturday evening. A long way to go until then. Of course, Scotland very concerned about the possibility of removing that little yellow right in the middle.
Voll ist easiest. Might end up being a bit straighter out here.
Ja, die Guards stehen den Win auf, oder? Das
Well,
auch ein
mine
Pep
was
für
trying to
einziehen,
guard.
aber der ist nicht viel
Go on this
einfacher.
side of the stone, we can't. I'd rather err this side in curling.
We do have another game at 11:30, boys, so
Rotation outturn, oder?
Das heißt, zu zweit muss
don't mind if you keep this moving here.
Nee, weil
Here, right?
Sideways.
Ja. Und dann
And
liegt
they've been
eins da
taken
und
out
die
to
zwei
12.
vorne hinten.
Ja, stimmt.
Ja, mal schauen. Aber schon auf jeden
Ich
Fall
meine, wir
mit
müssen,
Rotation.
dürfen nicht von zu weit oben kommen, dass wir nicht
So,
Genau.
much committee meeting
Ja, gut,
later.
aber
auf der Seite
volles
kommen.
Halb braucht man schon.
Scotland
Volles Halb hätte ich
have agreed on the perfect spot to
Also wenn sie
protect
schnell
that
Kontakt haben.
Ja,
one little yellow in amongst a whole bunch of dangerous reds.
verlieren.
Ja, gehen wir auf Mal.
Was macht der jetzt denn? Freeze oder?
Ah,
Oh krass, so mit dem Eis. Also vor denen da.
dass wir nicht den haben.
Achso, aber wollen wir den spielen? Findest du den einfacher? Okay, jetzt ist er weg. Der Run ist keine Option, oder? Rot, rot.
So the Scots thinking that some kind of play on that front yellow was the most likely
Der ist einfacher, ne?
for Germany to ruin their fun.
Ja, volles.
So Germany having to go all the way to the other side of the sheet.
Volles halt.
Ja.
Oh, look. That shot that's been sitting there since
Volles halb.
about the third stone, it is coming into play.
Ja, haben wir auch schon gedacht, aber der ist noch schwieriger. Also
Just
du musst
shows
ihn
you.
ganz perfekt treffen und bei dem kann ich zwischen...
They're trying to
Outer.
catch a really thin angle on it. You can see the idea here. Benny Kapp almost out of screen. That stone is so wide. But trying to catch a really thin angle on it. Pop the shooter all the way across the house and pick off that yellow, and this will be a magnificent shot if it comes. Big weight from Marcus Katovic.
Close! Oh, hell!
And. Oh, what a great effort. May as well try. It's only -1, not a disaster. It's only the third end, and oh, that would have been a great shot if he'd pulled it off.
Aber er locker gegangen. Knapp.
He wasn't far off.
Der ist richtig schnell gewesen, der wäre locker für 3. Ja, er verliert safe. War aber nur ein Drittel.
Phew.
Oder volles Drittel.
If you're a Scottish fan, you can breathe again.
Ja, ja. Gut. Schön, weiter so. Also, Eis einfach.
That is a score of 1 to the Scots. So after 3 ends then in our featured game at Baden Masters 2024, it is James Craik's team from Scotland 3, Benny Kapp's team from Germany 2.
Ja, nee, ihr habt so viel Speed drauf. Okay. Nicht? Du warst noch dran.
Let's see how everyone else is doing.
Ja, das Problem ist halt, wenn ich einen
On sheet 1, it was a steal for the Italians in the third end. That means they are leading Michael Brunner's Swiss team 4 points to 2. On the static cam, on sheet 3, Cameron and Bryce's team are 3-1 ahead of 16 Totzek's team of Germany. And our final game out in the breakfast round this morning, it is Team Chandler from Canada against Team Edin from Sweden. Both of whom are looking for their first win, rather surprisingly. And it is Edin's team who are 2-1 ahead after 3 ends, and they are lying quite a nice 1 here in this 4th end. You can watch the static cam, sheets 3 and 4. You can have that maybe on your iPad while you're watching the featured game on the TV.
So nah ran wie möglich, komm, auf geht's. Oh, geht weg. Okay, ja.
Top 8, top 4.
Is the momentum then in this game, is it maybe swinging towards the Scottish team? Oh, I guess somebody maybe touched that stone with a brush. In Scottish curling we would say that's a burnt stone, and curling is a lot like golf. You own up if you touch the stone. Or actually maybe it just didn't quite have full beans to get there. It maybe picked up. It seemed to be on a rather strange path there. Certainly more likely a pick-up than a mistake from the sweepers. You don't get many mistakes at this level.
Okay.
So we're approaching halfway in our featured game this morning. We have so much curling still to come. We have 4 more draws today. We have 4 draws tomorrow. And a semi and a final on Sunday. Woot woot. So if you're missing Olympics, and who isn't, you can watch curling all day.
Just line.
So Scotland a bit unlucky. Looked like a pick-up with Blair Haswell's second throw there, and making up for it with the next throw from Angus Bryce. Now, what does Germany do? They've thrown up the double corner guard. Felix Meisenthal with his first throw of this 4th end. And he just want to bounce off that yellow, try and sneak in behind that double corner guard. And that is a valiant effort from Meisenthal there. And what does Scotland want to do? Exactly the reverse. So Angus Bryce then being asked to, just with this nice slow weight, so important that this yellow lands in the right place as well. Trying to pick off this red and roll back towards centre. But yeah, catching a bit too much curl. And is that the half shot that Germany are looking for?
Intern ist leichter. 10,5.
Yep. Schneller! Halt.
Yeah.
And if you're a Team Edin fan, and really who isn't, then you'll be happy to learn they're now lying 3. The Canadian team just with 3 players. One of them not finished working in Canada yet. They'll be joining later on their European tour. But life's pretty difficult with 3 players at this level. And Canada, after cagey start, there was a blank, then a score of 1. Life's not getting any easier for them.
Easy, slightly aggressive. Rim! Whoa! Go! Yep! Go! Yes! No, just let it stop. Yes! Oh!
And Germany, they're just making a few too many half shots here. That was a bit of a mistake with their previous shot, allowing Scotland to bring the play all the way back to the centre. And now Germany having to start all the way at the beginning again to bring those corner guards into play.
Relativ schwer.
Ja, alternativ ist der Draht drumherum. Aber dann haben wir das Spiel wieder in der Mitte.
Und hier?
Ja. Nase leicht aus.
Also ich finde hintenrum auch nicht schlecht.
Konzentriert sich halt alles in die Mitte dann
Ich finde
wieder.
es fast ein bisschen spät, um jetzt zu schießen, oder? Rein, Call, mir egal.
8. 7 bis 8.
Das ist viel Eis, oder?
Ach, schon mal 8. 8.
I think potentially Germany realising that they're somewhat running out of stones to bring their corner guards back into play.
Where's that? Is good? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Hard, Jojo.
That yellow is really buried.
Fest. Switch.
Hey.
Wechsel, 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 Wechsel. Good, Benny.
Indeed, Germany then playing towards the centre. Let's try and build something there. You see that more often in the game these days.
Ja, einfach ein bisschen
With
gestreckt.
the various rule changes, the 5-rock rule, the no-tick rule, and just the improvement in ice conditions, really.
Egal was. Ob es ein Inlauf ist oder...
The more traditional tactics, always evolving.
Weißt du, was da war?
And we see that more and more these days. Teams playing towards the centre first, trying to set up some angles
Da wird schon langsamer, oder?
and trying to get control of that dangerous area just in front of T towards the centre. But still advantage Scotland for me in this
Da war ich
end.
nicht aufnahmefähig.
Mark Watt being asked to play on his own stone.
Carl! Gotta go. Really gotta go.
Blair Haswell putting his whole body weight onto that sweep. And yeah, I think that was probably worth it.
Drittel! 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 Come on up here.
There is a double takeout though. Mark Muskatovic saying, let's catch 1/3 of the stone and then you will ping straight across. Get the double, sit in the forefoot. Good shot. Let's see. Benny Kapp had a lovely takeout in the previous end, but not catching enough of that one, just getting the one.
I think so.
Play the guard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had one crack at that, Germany, because guess what's coming now?
I think it's close.
I think it's good.
You're going to be looking at an additional stone in the centre.
Higher or tighter?
I don't think. I always prefer tighter because you might be able to make the high corner. Because there's loads of curl there.
Basically, like a similar outturn to what I do on that. Shot, yeah.
First throw of the fourth end for James Craik of Scotland, the vice champions from Scotland. The quality is so high in Scotland. All 5 of the teams here could easily be Scottish champion. It is so competitive for them.
Whoa over curling. You just have to stop. Good there.
schon da.
Nice throw from
Die Frage
James.
ist, was passiert hier hinten?
Das ist ein bisschen risky, weil wenn man
Only
nicht
2
schaut,
stones left for
vor 2 haben wir.
Team Benny Kapp from Germany to try and salvage something from this fourth end.
Problem ist, wir meinen hier hinlegen.
Ja, den Testspiel.
Ja, nee, oder wir kriegen gar keinen zweiten Shot hin.
Aber auf der anderen Seite, wenn wir hinten
Gut,
Dolly
aber
wieder
lieber mache
hinlegen,
ich einen, als nochmal einen gestohlen zu bekommen.
Ja. Dann würde ich aber T-Line fahren.
T-Line leicht.
So. Ja, ist halt.
Er kann halt nachspielen.
Eigentlich schon so.
Ja. Der Tap, also ich glaube, der Tap ist von der Linie schon da.
Aber nur
Ist
für
weit
einen.
genug.
Aber nur für einen.
Genau, dass wir ihn ins Offene tappen und er spielt dann nochmal den Camera rein. Ich finde den Tor gut. T-Line?
Ist jetzt deutlich weniger, gell, als mal.
Ja.
Okay.
Gosh, Mark Muskatowicz has not
Also
had an easy throw all morning. And again, it looks like not too much we can do about that yellow. And the skip from Germany is going to have to try to beat it.
Nee, 10-15-1 vorne 8. Also 14,5.
But you see that a lot. Again, at this highest level, you see that plenty where you've only got the 1 foot to draw to, the white stone-sized circle right in the middle, and you expect your skip to make it.
Oh, Länge! Linie gut! Wechsel! Wow, nicht overteam.
Half, half, half!
And Mark Muskatowicz, not much wrong with the weight there. He just wanted it to curl a little bit more, but the degree of difficulty for his shots really high this morning. So again, Scotland can get to it, but a really fine effort from Mark. That should give him good confidence for his final throw.
Zumindest sagen können, dass sie schon mal rumgehen.
Ja gut, ich habe auch
Okay, ja.
Switch
Ja,
gesagt.
okay.
Also die haben dann halt nicht mehr
Er hat halt gute Grundgeschwindigkeit, hat den eh wenig gewischt. Passt schon.
Ich meine, das ist jetzt schwierig beim ersten Spiel.
Absolut,
so
ja, ja.
abstimmen.
Deswegen meine ich einfach nur, dass man vielleicht aus der Tendenz raus viel früher einfach switchen kann. Also es ist einfach nur für Zukunft.
Ich war halt immer, ich habe immer noch Sorge, dass er dann doch vielleicht herkommt.
Ja, ja. Aber man merkt auch beim Sliden, die sind gar nicht so griffig, wie sie das dann noch aber das nochmal als Tritt wahrscheinlich. Oder Trainingspatten.
Ich meine, es ist nicht.
Final throw for James Craik in the first half of our featured game at Baden Masters 2024. Let's say thank you to our sponsors there on the screen. We really have 20 of the best teams in the world. And oh, this is heartbreaking for German fans. James Craik playing a perfect weight there. He could not have played much more, or it wouldn't have curled enough. Just had to tap it half a metre or so, and does it perfectly. Good end from Scotland there. Team from Germany, just a couple of half shots early on, didn't manage to bring their double guards into play. Johannes Schwaller putting up 2 lovely corner guards, a nice double corner guard, but being forced to play towards the centre. And Mark Muskatowicz, can he save this end and score 1? Pretty much the same shot he just played. Oh, what a shot. Bravo, sir. Under all kinds of pressure. Mark Muskatowicz, that was against 2. And comes to a halt right in the 1 foot. A big smile from him, quite right. Phew, so an intense game this morning. We're at the halfway stage in our featured game at Baden Masters 2024. And I would say advantage Scotland, but with that fine throw from the skip from Germany, he does put another point on the board, and the score is level. It is 3 each in our featured game between James Craik from Scotland and Benny Kapp's team from Germany. Now, viewer, if you joined us last year, you will remember that the runaway success of last year's competition was half-time quiz. And you will be delighted to learn that we have half-time quiz again this year. Yes, we do. And we have exciting prizes. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming in the later draws. We've been putting our heads together to come up with some fun questions to ask the teams.
Topic!
Oh, hello, Tom's Rail Announcements. Another dedicated fan who always joins us. Yeah, so look up your curling city and curling zone. Study your curling trivia, and maybe you can win fabulous prizes at the halftime quiz. So everyone has reached the halfway point in this early morning draw. For most of the teams, it's their second game. They started the early evening draw yesterday. On sheet 1, in radio silence, we don't have a camera on sheet 1, so I will just have to tell you it is 4 points to 3. The Italians with Retornaz, they are winning over Brunner's team from Switzerland. On the static cam on sheets 3 and 4, Cameron Bryce's team, finalists from last year, always dangerous. And they are just quietly building points against Totzek. They are leading the Germans 4 points to 1 at their halfway. Our final game over on sheet 4. Real strong end from Niklas Edin's team in their fourth end. They stole a point from the 3-man Canadian team, and Edin's team are 3-1 ahead at the halfway for them. Scotland finding their rhythm really in this game. I get the feeling that Scotland are just starting to work through the gears a bit, just starting to find their top gear. We saw a couple of half shots from Germany in that fourth end, so if they want to start making progress in this game, they may need to find an extra gear as well.
13-3. Also 14-0 hätte wahrscheinlich gepasst. Seiner war 4-3. Der da? 13-3. Ah ja. Okay.
13-3.
Das ist jetzt gerade schwierig, weil man sich halt umstellen muss, dass es einfach 2 Sekunden langsamer wird. Da war einfach ein bisschen mehr Groundspeed und dann passt es auch schon wieder. Was ist das? Oh shit.
Another little half shot from Germany then. Just that red not really doing anything. And it is Scotland who have last stone in this fifth end. Half shot from Scotland though. Let's see if Felix Mezental, sorry Felix, I keep mispronouncing your name. Can he make good with his second throw? Oh no. Oh dear, dear. Oh, that's not nice. That's given his teammates all sorts of trouble to manage now.
Okay, da ist wahrscheinlich Frost drüber gewachsen. Man sieht so ein bisschen, dass es da frostiger ist.
Maybe he's not an early starter, Felix.
Das war wieder dieses Feld, wo es so aussieht, wenn er was pickt. Da gibt es so ein Feld, da bin ich drüber gegangen, das ist komplett daneben gestoppt. Also wahrscheinlich so ein richtiges Frostfeld oder so.
Just nose top. Yeah, we don't want to leave another one back here, I don't think. Just like nose, bum.
Yeah, the other option is just to clear the front here. Not too much danger for Scotland at the moment, but it is a whole bunch of reds out front that you could drive back onto yellows. So yeah, quite like this for an idea, I think. Maybe looks a bit counterintuitive. You have guards out front protecting those yellows, but they are red guards. And stones in play are really helping Germany. Oh, and that is a great shot from Angus Bryce. He'll be very happy with that.
Drei Viertel, leicht außen. Normaler Peel.
And yes, that does mean that it's now easier for Germany to start removing your scoring shots. So a conservative tactic, but I do think that was a wise choice. Scotland have fully 3 yellows in play. I'm not sure there is a triple takeout available, therefore they're happy to just keep things a bit cleaner. Nice double takeout from Benny Kapp. But that shows us the wisdom of that previous throw from Scotland. Now you can see how Scotland are trying to boast this end. That yellow, it is behind tee, but that is currently the shot. And that red just thrown by Benny Kapp, super double takeout. They needed that. They were getting into a bit of a pickle in this end, Germany. But yeah, you can see what Scotland would like to happen here. If he can just remove that red and stick around, they will still be lying 2. Oh my goodness. And for an encore, Mark Watt just lifts the huge vertical double. And I wonder if that's the curling goats just showing us whose side they're on in this early game. Look at this. I don't even think they were going for the double.
Das ist ein Viertel.
And look at that, with 2 stones from Scotland. They're lying 2, not quite corner on the left-hand side. Ideally, they would like it a little bit further away from centre, but goodness me, 2 magnificent shots from the Scottish team there. And looking suddenly very nice indeed.
Okay. Sauber. Okay, sauber. Yep. Sauber. Yep. Halt. Sieh ab, sauber. Easy. Halt. Shooter. Sprint, lass ihn sprinten, lass ihn sprinten.
Yep.
Sehr schön. Super Stein.
2 great throws from Benny Kapp, and they definitely needed them. Not Felix Mesencel's best end in this 5th end here.
Nee, ich habe gesagt easy board.
Never just draw to it.
Schön.
Now, what a shot from Benny Kapp. Rolling all the way over in behind that corner guard. Not easy for Scotland to do something with that red. If you would come round the anti-clockwise handle, you're just going to punch it straight onto your own yellow. So really cancelling out both yellows with 1 shot, Germany. And this is what we need from Team Benny Kapp if they want to start putting some pressure on Scotland in this game. Well, now, a bit of a half shot from Scotland. Yeah, a bit of look of frustration there. I think that's about the first time we've seen Mark Watt miss a throw. But yeah, that yellow, not really doing very much. If that guard wasn't in front, you can see that that would be a really nice throw, actually. We could punch that yellow onto red with the next stones, but behind that guard, it's not really going to help, I don't think. And all of a sudden, with 2 magnificent throws from Benny Kapp, all of a sudden, Germany able to put pressure on in this end.
Ja. Hot. Bisschen weniger, 3/4. Ja. Vorne 4. Mittleren Shot. Ja gut, an den muss er erstmal rankommen. Was meint ihr von der Mitte raus? Läuft schon auch gut, gell? Bleibt survivant, Ostfeldern. Da schaut nämlich auch ein bisschen.
We play 8 ends here in Basel. If scores are tied after 8 ends, we will play an extra end. It's simply a win or a loss.
Nur loslassen.
Nur lange. Immer Jojo, ja.
Ihn ist gut!
Ihn
ist gut!
Nur lange.
Toll!
Toll.
Oh, Mark Muskatowicz, he has been under pressure, but goodness me, he's been delivering as well, and he's really got T-weight in his pocket this morning. And look at that for a change in circumstance.
Okay, weiß nicht, ob er den auch wirklich da platziert hatte. Also, nein, okay, passt schon. Ja, bis jetzt ist gut. Genau, dass er natürlich nicht anführen kann. Ne? Ja. Ah, passt.
2 reds behind cover.
Ja, ja, ist von allem auch Linie und passt schon. Wir liegen im Haus, 2-mal. Da bin ich schon zufrieden.
The ball or the stone is in your court, Scotland.
Nur zur Info, der Felix hat sich alleine Besen orientiert. Er lag nämlich auf der T-Line und hatten die dann auf die T-Line gewischt.
Ich habe ein bisschen zu nah.
Kannst du nur sagen. Ja, 14:30 wird ein Tick langsam. Oder 20, das ist eingegroovt.
Line's good. Line's good. All you, line's perfect. Yep. Line's good. Hard. 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 Keep going. Go, 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 go.
Well, that was a big sweep from the Scottish front end there, and well worth it.
Wie willst du spielen?
That yellow just touching the forefoot, I think. And at a very nice angle. to make it difficult for Germany to do something about it.
Ich mag ihn ungern Double auflegen, nur dass wir das im Kopf haben.
Wenn wir hier hinrollen und der rote ist weg. Wir können natürlich einfach noch einen dazulegen, dann kann er maximal 2 machen mit einem Tap. Aber egal was wir machen, wir werden den nicht schlechter als den bekommen und mit dem Shooter vorne muss der perfekt laufen. Oder wir spielen einfach nochmal einen Freeze.
Ja,
Freeze
genau.
so
Halt.
selbst wenn er hier liegt, dann muss er zumindest an der Guard vorbei und den Draw reinlegen.
So, das ist schwierig, Freeze und Top zu kommen, das ist sehr schwierig.
Okay, wenn wir so liegen, dann spielt er einfach Nase ab. Dann spielt er Nase, dass der hier Stuff. Der rote läuft so weg und er bleibt hier.
Sollen wir dann wo?
Gut, dann hat er auch den ganzen Bereich zum Rollen. Ne? Ich finde ihn an sich schon nicht so schlecht, weil
On the left of the screen, that is the view that Mark Muskatowicz will see when he's in the hack.
Den Draw.
You can see about 1/3 of the yellow just thrown by James Craik.
Hat er den.
But a super sweep from the Scottish front end there.
Wenn wir so sind, hat er einen Triple.
Means that yellow is finally lying short. And that means Germany have to be careful. This is their last stone. But one more to come from James Craik of Scotland.
Müssen halt sicher T-Line sein.
Ja. Dass er was zu tun hat. Gib mal dann so Eis.
Germany not trying to score this end, just trying to put pressure on Scotland, but trying to make sure that Scotland cannot score 2 points. We're in the second half now of this game, and a score of 2 becomes a bit more difficult to grab back.
T-Line bis hinten 4, dass wir gerade noch Shot liegen. Er beißt gerade zu den 4 Fuß, also solange wir drin liegen, sind wir Shot. Aktiver als eben.
Wieder gut!
Linie! Linie!
Ja! Nur Länge! Nur Länge! Ja! Ja!
Linie!
Haarlinie! Hi!
A similar idea from Mark Muskatowicz. I think he just wanted to catch that yellow a little bit. Try to lie too red. But not easy again for Scotland to try to move that red, just thrown by Mark Muskatowicz. Keep their own yellow and somehow lie two as well.
Jetzt kann er nicht mehr nur Nase drauf schießen.
So everyone having a look at it now.
Weißt du, wie der Tiefe?
Touches it.
Ja.
I think to score 1 yellow from here, relatively straightforward. To score 2, maybe not so much.
Aber du merkst, jetzt habe ich wieder mehr auf der rechten Seite gespielt, also war jetzt so 30 cm mehr Eis. Und wie viel der früher greift. Also in der Mitte von der Bahn, wo ich dann einmal Linie gerufen habe, wir machen da einen Satz. Das ist irgendein Frost.
That's our sponsors in the bottom left part of the screen there. Big thank you to them. They make this competition really attractive for all the top teams. We've got everyone here. We've got Olympic and world champions, European champions, national champions.
Genau das Resultat kam nämlich, aber das Spiel sind trotzdem alle gut. Also da dachten jetzt
The roster of 20 teams filled up really quickly. We had a waiting list. You have to be organised if you want to play here in Baden.
Yep. Yes.
So a huge wait from James Craik.
Hard. Hard.
Woo! Well now, that was the danger. And let's have a look at that again. It's really curling off the line. And yeah, brush slap of annoyance from the normally stoic James Craik. James Craik, pardon me. And Germany somehow really keeping this game very interesting. That was a steal of one to Germany after some really magnificent play from the back end there. And once the score goes up in our featured game at Baden Masters 2024, it is early morning breakfast round. And for the first time since the first end, it will be Team Benny Kapp from Germany leading. Team James Craik from Scotland, 4 points to 3. No change on sheet 1. That was a blank end in the 5th. Much discussion in the 6th. Cameron Bryce's team on sheet 3. They lost a 2 to 6-10 Totzek, but they have last stone back. They are leading 4-3. They're in their 6th end with last stone. And our intriguing matchup between Chandler of Canada, playing just with 3 people, up against the mighty Niklas Edin's team from Sweden, both still looking for their first win, I know. And yeah, really swinging backwards and forwards that game. It's 3 each. They're also in their 6th end.
Okay. 9.
Lassen greifen. Linie wird besser.
9.
Michaela says, was that what we would call a confab going on? Yes, very much. And we do have another game at 11:30, and I realise that's 2 hours away. But I would not put it past some of these boys. Let's keep it moving, people.
13:8,5. Ist aber krass, was für ein Wechsel, oder? Den ersten Ends hat lieber zu langsam, den ziehst.
What are our objectives in this critical 6th end? We play 8 ends in Basel. If the scores are tied, we will play an extra end. We haven't needed one yet. Both the teams will be thinking all the way to the conclusion of this game now. We're in end 6 out of 8, so we have 3 last stones to come. It is Benny Kapp's team from Germany who lead the vice champions from Scotland 4 points to 3.
Ich sehe keinen besseren.
What would your objectives be if this was your situation?
What up, Bryce?
We tried to bump it like 2 inches.
Let's think all the way to the 8th end. So if you're Scotland,
Und wenn er zu gerade bleibt,
how about if we could score 2, then we would be 1 point ahead. Then if we can force them to score 1, it would be even. Then we would have last stone in the 8th end. Sounds pretty good. And if you're Germany, what would your objective be? Well, if Scotland, if they only score 1 in this end, then scores would be even. We could try to blank the 7th end. That's more difficult with the no-tick rule though. But if you can force Scotland to score 1 or even steal a point here, try to control the 7th end, and then it would be you who has last stone in the 8th end, hopefully with scores tied. Both teams will be thinking along those lines.
Nicht, dass du jetzt denkst, dass du öfters wegbleiben
Probably not
darfst,
getting
nur weil
the
jetzt nicht
curl
reinkam,
and the weight on this side. I don't think you're moving the red very far. I've only got half. Don't hate that.
Fairly classic setup then. We have a couple of German stones towards the forefoot. Pretty much a centre guard. Pretty much a corner guard for Scotland. That's the traditional way of scoring 2 points, is your second point would be tucked in behind your corner guard, leaving your skip to throw up a clean centre line towards the middle. That's how it happens in the land of perfect curling. But now Scotland, we will see them working to bring that corner guard into play. That's a nice throw from Angus Bryce. Keeps both yellows in dangerous positions. Germany not getting rid of both of those yellows with one throw. We often see in an 8-end game, the sixth end takes 4 times as long as all the other ends. It can often be decisive.
Okay. 9,5. Okay. Halbstück sehen.
James Craik indicating hit and roll. Yeah, so let's just punch that red through. Roll towards the centre. The other option would be to play on the yellow that Angus Bryce just threw. Yeah, I feel like if you do the hit and roll, then if you're not perfect with it, then you might be looking at some trouble with your next throw. But the Scottish team, vice champions in Scotland, semi-finalists here last year, winners at the Baden Winter. So yeah, I guess they know what they're doing.
10-5.
He does do that pretty much perfectly, Angus Bryce. Important for Scotland, if they're trying to get 2 points, that would be their objective for this end. Important is to not leave a double takeout for Germany, and I reckon they've succeeded there. I think very hard for, in fact I think from my angle, looks all but impossible for Germany to remove both yellows with one throw. And if Scotland keep doing that, if they keep making it possible for Germany to only remove one stone, then they will be relying on James Craik with his final throw of the end to finish it off for 2. That's the idea.
Direkt auf den roten, ja. Okay. Vielleicht mit der 9, weil der wird schon viel Kraft brauchen. Die liegen nur ein Viertel an. Mit einer 9 und ja.
We've got 5 draws for you today, curling fans. So no matter which time zone you're in, there will be some curling to suit you, and of course all of the games, the active cam and the static cam, they will all be in the playlist on worldcurlingtour.org and on the YouTube channel for World Curling Tour. So if you accidentally missed a game because you had to have a job or
Also ich
something,
glaube auf den hinteren Rot
you can
wird schon
catch up
schwer,
later.
oder?
Ja, ich glaube,
Next up,
10 würde der nicht
oh, it's 11
rausgehen.
o'clock. It's not even at
Dann brauchst du eine
11:30. So
9.
yeah, let's keep this moving here, boys. At 11 o'clock, we have Corey Dropkin visiting from US. You'll remember they visited us last year as well.
Oder wir spielen
And
nur
the talk of the
langsam mit
town
Ward.
was Mr. Dropkin
Bleiben hier liegen.
overheating in the ice
Rollen
rink
mit dem hierher und gehen ins Offene.
and down to a tank top. And we have ordered lovely summery weather again, so, well, let's see. And
Also wenn
Team
du
Corey
Dropkin
Dropkin visiting from US, they will be up against the current Swiss vice champions, André Schnider's team. I think that will be a really tasty one. Come join us for 11s.
10.
Bring a cup of tea and a
9,5,
biscuit.
Nicht so gut mit 10 kriegen wir keinen raus, oder?
Your late lunch game at 2:30 European is Edin's team. Still having a real ding-dong battle with Team Chandler from Canada out there. But Edin's team, they will be playing 610 Totzek's team, who are themselves having a great battle with Cameron Bryce's team on sheet 3. So that's your lunchtime round. Early evening, this one is mouth-watering. It's Yannick Schwaller's Swiss champions up against Ross Whyte's Scottish champions.
Yep.
I would just get a new job and come and watch that instead.
Halt.
And 8:30,
Halt, Kurt, halt, Kurt.
we have a real fun one to finish this evening.
Sehr schön.
The wildly popular Philippines team. The club was absolutely bursting with Philippines fans yesterday.
Ja, mit höherer Geschwindigkeit
It
verliert man
is
vielleicht
Team
die Gesteine und ich glaube, das
Mark
wird nicht
Pfister,
ausgegangen wäre.
new men's team representing Philippines, and they are playing Michael Brunner's team from Switzerland. We had a lot of fun in the chat yesterday with all the Philippines fans as well. I've got lots of nice Philippines facts to share with you as well.
Verlierst eventuell deine Steine. So ist halt mehr
So
Zeit.
yes, cancel whatever else you might be doing today and come join us here instead. So you can see the dilemma for Scotland here. Or actually you can't because James is standing in the way, but
I think so.
nice play from Germany, keeping that pressure on. Remember, what's our objective for Scotland? Score on the left behind Mark Watt's head there. It's Germany who are 4-3 ahead. We're in the 6th end out of 8. Scotland, they really want to score 2 here. Scoring 1. It helps, but they will still have a lot of work to do. And that's what they're trying to do. They're not going to score 2 if they don't move some of these reds. Aye. And they didn't quite find a nice angle there. And still 2 reds hanging about that 4 foot that Scotland will need to do something about if they want to score 2. Scoring 1 from this position, I would say reasonably straightforward for the teams at this level. Benny Kapp, he's having a great game. But yeah, Scotland don't really just want to score 1 here. That would mean scores are level with only 2 ends to play. And statistically, at least, that would rather favour the Germans. So Scotland really working hard to try to set up a chance for 2 points here instead.
7-8.
Ah, sorry, Benny.
This game's been really intriguing, viewers, hasn't it? Sometimes the momentum, I feel, has really been with the Scots. But then a couple of magical shots from Benny Kapp. Some really nice draws, T-line weights from Mark Muskatowicz. They are not letting go of this game. So, Mark Watt with another tricky ask here. He's certainly getting rid of something. Ooh, that looks a bit better. Moves everything around. With his second throw, Mouat. And again, important if you're from Scotland, is you don't want to leave Germany a double takeout. As long as you've got 2 yellows hanging around, and Germany can really only get to 1 of them, the idea is that James Craik can hopefully finish it off with his last throw. But it's so hard to set up chances at this level. It's a little bit easier now that we don't have, you're not allowed to tick, we're playing no tick rule. If doing free guard zone, so the first 5 rocks, if during the free guard zone your stone is touching that centre line, you are not allowed to tick it, because these top teams, they were just getting too good at that shot. First throw of this intriguing 6th end for Mark Muskatowicz of Germany. Has he got them both? Oh, he has. Oh, what a shot from the German skipper there. And all that work from Scotland. Neutralised. Look at this, I wasn't sure that was even possible, and it certainly was. What a shot from Mark Muskatowicz. I wonder if we will look back on that shot as critical to deciding this game. Oh, that's nice to see from Tom's rail announcements. He's glad to see team from Philippines for sure. I tell you, they are the cool kids on the block. Everybody cheers for Philippines now.
Die Frage ist halt, ob du so drumherum auf T-Line oder machst du und gibst ihnen halt einen Doggy. Genau, aber es gibt oder vielleicht sogar Outrun. Ja, dann
We're still working out how to say good curling in Filipino.
Frage, wollen wir ihn drawn lassen? Schon eigentlich.
I have an update on that for you later. And that is really a magnificent shot from James Craik under quite some pressure. So that was even a raised double, and he moves the raised stone as well. So that's a really magnificent shot. I think with that huge double from Mark Muskatowicz's first throw, really taking away any chance for Scotland to score 2. So Scotland thinking, looks like Scotland thinking perhaps of blanking this end, or trying to blank this end instead. And let's try and set up the 7th end. We made it look easy, that raised double and roll out James Craik, but that was a fantastic shot from him. Easy decision for Germany. They just want to put something there to ask the question of James Craik with his final throw. And actually I quite like it in the front ring there. If that had gone to T-line, that leaves more space behind it. Sorry, that leaves more space to get to it. And we may have seen James Craik try more like a back ring weight. And just try and move that red out. But I quite like it there in that front ring, because yeah, not much to do with that stone anymore. Just forcing Scotland then to draw for 1 point instead. They don't really want to give up a steal here. 2 points behind with 2 ends to go doesn't sound like much if you're playing at the club, but at this level, not easy. So some great play from the Germans. Oh gosh, this is hanging out, this stone. Goodness me. Gosh, well, he did all the hard stuff, James Craik. Superb throw with his first shot, a raised double takeout and roll. But then just finds a bit of a straight line out there. It doesn't get inside the guard, and that will be a steal then for Germany. And the momentum truly going backwards and forwards in this game. At the half-time, I felt the Scots were making their shots, looking confident. I felt Germany had to pick it up a gear, and they have. Good for you, Team Kapp from Germany. They have absolutely lifted their game, and they are rewarded with a steal in that sixth end. So objective achieved for Team Germany. They did not want Scotland to score 2, and not only have they prevented that, they even managed to sneak a stolen point. So once the score goes up then in our featured game at Baden Masters 2024 edition, it will be a score of 5 points to Benny Kapp's team from Germany, 3 points to James Craik's team from Scotland.
Ganz nah ran, ja. Hard, hard, hard. Komm, bring ran, ganz ran, ganz ran, ganz ran. Ja.
Er übercurlt hat.
Wowzers, so. Objectives pretty similar for Scotland this end. They will still be working hard to get 2 points, but the criticality of getting 2 points has all of a sudden become much higher. We are in the 7th out of 8 ends here in Baden.
5,5.
And even if Scotland do score 2 points here, they will still have a lot of work to do in an 8th end to steal a point for the game. So all the pressure is on the Scottish vice champions.
Ist gut.
6.
5,5, 6 ist gut. Hat Platz.
This is Benny Kapp's team. This is their first game in the competition. They had a bye yesterday evening. Craik's team, they were up against Michael Brunner's team from Switzerland. Really close game, but finally it was Brunner's team who won in the last end. So Craik's team, they really want to win this game if they want to qualify for tomorrow evening's quarter-finals. It's pretty difficult to qualify with 2 wins and 2 losses. Typically what happens is we have about 5 teams or so who will go through directly with either 4 wins or 3 wins from the round robin. Each team plays 4 games in the round robin. So yeah, if you win all 4 games, obviously you will be top of the pile. If you win 3 of your games, that is enough to qualify in the top 8 as well. And typically there is a huge pile of teams on 2 wins and 2 losses, and then it comes down to the last shot draw. So your cumulative last shot draws will be taken into account. But of course you don't want to have to qualify that way. That is a very difficult way of getting through.
Fünf. 13-9.
Aber glaubst du nicht, wir kriegen ihn mit Heck raus?
Semi-finalist last year, James Craik's team.
Das Problem ist, wenn wir den spielen, liegen wir zweimal fast over T und er hat eine volle Brille.
A long way off at the moment though.
Run oder danach spielen.
At this end, beautifully set up. 2 red German shots in the centre, 2 yellow Scots shots towards the wings.
Ihn ist gut.
That is exactly what Team Scotland need.
Hat Platz.
5,
Ihn ist gut.
6.
Easy. Benny am Stein.
Super start
Carf ins
from
Skate.
Blair
Carf.
Haswell.
Carf. Yep, yep, yep. Halt.
Very reliable player.
Go, go, go,
And you
go,
need to
go,
have
go,
courage
go,
here,
go.
viewer.
Sehr schöner Stein.
You need to understand that you will be looking at 3 opposition stones in the centre, but that was still the right decision for Blair Haswell to set up. Lovely shot. Look at the stone placement there. Put up a beautiful guard and curled that shot all the way around it, and now Scotland will start working on the
Gonna
centre.
get more curl this way. We've just seen them play it twice. Alex,
Super Stein.
way too much.
Ja. So.
Let's see how everyone else is doing. Everyone is on their 7th end. Over on sheet 1, in radio silence, it is the Italians. Joel Retornaz's team, they are leading Michael Brunner's team 6 points to 3. On the static cam on sheet 3, a really brilliant double takeout from Cameron Bryce in the 6th end. Put up a big score of 3 for the Scots, and they are leading 16 Totzek's team 7 points to 3. It's also Bryce's team. It's their first game of the weekend. They had the bye yesterday evening, but doesn't seem to have affected them. They're having a really solid game as always. Finalists here last year.
Gleiche Länge. Wir können auch 6 bis 7
And
leicht
finally,
ziehen.
over on sheet 4, it is 3-man Team Chandler from Canada. They are up against Niklas Edin's team.
Ich will links aufschießen. Ja, aber.
And again, neither team really finding dominance in this game. They're in their 7th end, and it is 4-3 to Edin, but it's the Canadians who have last stone in the 7th end.
Ganz gut. Bryce ist
Du hast
leicht
den roten halt
getappt,
auch gar nicht. Also der Tap
weil der
ist
Gelbe
auch,
kommt auch wieder leicht raus. Ihn hat Platz.
So ein bisschen schneller.
Ihn ist gut,
Let's
ja.
have a look at the split time, the hog-to-hog time.
Beide. 7 wäre gut.
Oh no, we can't see it now. You need to move out the way,
Komm,
Felix.
runter!
Ihn ist gut. Hart!
Zur Linie!
Hart!
Approximately 15.2.
Köln, Benny! Köln, Benny! Hart, 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 hart.
Lovely shot from Felix Mesenzel. And that approximate split time, let's say around 15 seconds-ish. Yeah, that's about average, I would say, for competition ice. It may have been 14 something, well, we can check again, but yeah, it's pretty fast, let's say that, yeah. We have a big margin of error, but quite fast. We have Jamie, the ice master, working hard all weekend to make it international standard ice. Huge throw from Angus Bryce. Pretty nice result, moves everything around.
Wie siehst du den?
Halt!
Okay.
You can see both teams just ignoring those 2 stones thrown by Blair Haswell
Wenn's geht, Nase.
with his first
mit,
shot. First
Ja,
throws.
mit einer 9, 8 bis 9 Länge.
Schnell!
Bitte? 9,
Okay.
9, Tap.
That's pretty much what we would
Ja,
expect.
muss man mit einer Grundlänge, glaube ich, kommen.
If Germany can really control that centre area,
Eine Achse Eis oder für Ausfall.
make it
Das war mein Draw-Eis für den
hard for
Donny Boy.
Scotland
Ja, ich finde Max Eis, aber.
Max.
to get a point in there.
Okay.
That's their best chance of frustrating the Scots this end. If Germany would
Yep.
start defending
Yep.
and removing
Beide.
those shots from Blair
Hard!
Haswell on the left, all that would happen is we would see Scotland
Oh,
piling
yeah,
more
yeah.
towards the
Hey,
centre.
Halt!
Ganze Weg.
Halt!
Hard! Weiter.
Scotland increased
Weiter.
their chance of getting
Fest,
2,
fest, fest,
so
fest, komm.
oh, this is lovely stuff from the Germans. Look at that. Really nice shots. Yes, that yellow almost touching the pin. But it is behind tee, and there are two very dangerous reds right in front of it.
Nee, war okay, also war gerade gespielt. War ein bisschen down, ja. Also sie mussten halt sehr viel machen für länger allein schon.
Okay.
Sorry, ein bisschen langsam. Ja, man muss halt viel wissen von der Dinge.
Already out.
This is what Scotland would expect, though. You have your two set-up shots on the left of our screen there, perfectly played. And now you keep having to work at the centre. And you can expect that it really will take until the last throw of James Craik in the 7th end to finish it off. Really, all of these stones just trying to set it up for him.
Gleiche Länge.
And back to how we were with that first throw from Mouat.
Kriegt eigentlich unsere Roten nicht mehr raus, wenn wir genau voreinander liegen und in das Backing haben.
Also den gelben hinten 4 setzen.
Ja, einfach eine Steinbreite. Steinbreite reicht.
Okay.
Gleicher Stein, gleiche Länge.
Ja, passt mehr vielleicht, oder?
Yeah, same idea. If Germany just keep doing this. Pretty difficult for Scotland to make 2 points. You can see the score just behind James Craik's head there. It is 5-3 to Germany.
Easy, whoa. Curl.
The Scots in urgent need of a 2.
Easy.
Curl!
Hard curl. Hard Felix. Drück mehr, komm.
And that's really nicely played from Benny Kapp. We said at half-time the Germans would really need to find an extra gear, and my goodness, they really have. Really asking the question of Scotland now. But all 3 reds pretty close together there. Can Mouat get a second yellow in amongst the pack? We have our first result of the morning, team. I'll tell you it right after this important shot from Mouat.
Whoa.
Yellow onto red. And that is a nice throw from Mouat. Gets everything moving. Changes the landscape. The yellow's thrown all the way at the beginning of the end. Still patiently waiting for their chance to count. But yeah, that's really nice now. You can see only 1 red now out counting the yellows. And Mouat really done his best to set up a chance for James Craik to score 2 here. Bit more danger then for Germany. And I think this is a wise choice here. I think they discussed playing more like guard or front ring or something like that. But yeah, both of those stones are fully open, and no yellows means no points. So I think this is a wise choice to try and go for the double. So normal takeout from Mark Muskatowicz. You don't need a huge weight at this. The angles are set up nicely already.
Close.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Actually, is he just picking off the front one? He is. Ah, very nice. And get just the tiniest of rolls so that he still has 2 reds hanging about. Really nice dainty throw from Mouat Muskatowicz there. But Scotland, definitely space, definitely chances now to try to set something up. 2 stones to come from James Craik, 1 to come from the Germans. But we have our first result on sheet 3. Cameron Bryce's team, also from Scotland. Very dangerous team, finalists here last year.
Well, to be fair,
and they are first off the ice for second breakfast. They are victorious over 16 Totzek's team from Germany. Final score after 7 ends, it's Bryce of Scotland 8, Totzek of Germany 3. Totzek's team from Germany starting with a win yesterday over 3-man Canada. So they're on 1 win, 1 loss. We will be watching Totzek up against Edin in the late lunch draw at 2:30 European. Edin's team also in their 7th end on sheet 4. They are not out of trouble yet.
Yep. Whoa. Yes. Whyte. Whoa. Carl.
That's a nice throw from James Craik. Similar situation after those 2 stones. Will we see a similar idea from Germany? Maybe just punch that yellow through. Just a small roll, that worked last time.
Finde ich fast besser.
Both Edin and Chandler on rink 4, both looking for their first win. They both lost yesterday evening. Chandler's team losing to 16 Totzek, and Edin's team losing to Marco Hösli's team from Switzerland. Less unusual than you might think that Edin's team drop a game in the round robin. It does happen. But they are really having a battle out there.
Ja, nee, ist gut. Und wir haben nicht viel Platz auf der Seite zum Drawn.
They have, though, concluded their 7th end on sheet 4, and that was a steal for the Swedes. So they are 5-3 ahead over Team Chandler of Canada going into the 8th, and will it be final end? Meanwhile, on our featured game, we have 2 stones to come in our 7th end. 1 for Mouat Muskatowicz, and here it comes.
Whoa, whoa, bis aufmacht. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Lead, lead. Yep, yep. Height! Height! Height!
This has curled more than his first one, though. Ooh.
Sorry.
Well, after all that work, what do we have here? Yeah, that's not even close. That is easily 1 stone, and what a textbook end this is, viewer. If you want to learn how to get 2 points the traditional way, this is how you do it. Those 2 stones from Blair Haswell have been sitting all end. The subsequent 5 stones have set up this chance for James Craik with his final throw of the 7th end to score 2. Yeah, so he's just deciding, do I want to just punch that red through, hit and stick, or he really does have plenty of space to just draw a second one in. It just needs to be in the 8 foot, the white circle. But textbook stuff. You set up your second point with your first couple of stones. and you spend the rest of the end trying to set up that chance to score 2, and here it is. And oh boy, does Scotland need this 2 points at this stage. Looks like they are going for the hit and stick. Final throw in the 7th end at Baden.
Clean. Whoa! Carl! Whoa! Carl! Clean.
Shout of clean is always nice, and this looks just perfect. Goodness me, what a lot of work that was, but a very well earned 2 from Scotland. And the good news for the ice makers on the next game is that the score is now tied. It is 5 each in our featured game, and that means pretty unlikely there will be an extra end here, and that's always popular. Only half an hour, just over, until the next game wants to come on. We did start a little bit later this game because Benny Kapp's team did not play yesterday. So just to make it fair, both the teams have a pre-game practice so that Benny Kapp's team can get a feel for the ice as well. So we did start a little bit later. That's why the 2 remaining games on sheets 1 and 4, they're about half an end ahead of us. It is almost certainly the final end, the 8th and final end of our featured game at Baden. It is James Craik's team from Scotland. They are playing Benny Kapp's team from Germany. And it's pretty much a one-end shootout from here. The scores are tied. There we are. Such an important score of 2. Such a lot of work from Scotland in that 7th end to generate the chance for 2. Critically levelling the score, and that means we have a one-end shootout. Whoever scores here wins the game and the points.
Yep. 14-4. Yep, hard. Kann voll draufbleiben, kann voll draufbleiben.
Go. Okay.
Gut.
Muss einfach mit noch mehr Länge ins Haus.
It is Germany playing red. They will have the last stone in this deciding end. So our objectives are identical. We both want to score 1 point, please. But the way we do that is rather different. If you are Scotland, your ideal situation is a nice yellow stone behind a Great Wall of China. And if you are Germany, your ideal situation is a completely empty sheet for Mark Muskatowicz's final throw.
Ist gut.
Ein bisschen.
Den ist gut. Hat Platz. Nur Länge. Nur Länge. Den ist sehr gut. Genau 6. 5, 3.
Good.
So fine start from both lead throwers,
13-9.
Blair Haswell and Johannes Scheuer. Apparently my Filipino pronunciation was quite good yesterday. Better than my Norwegian. Angus Bryce then, second thrower for Scotland.
D-line, top 4. D-line.
And what did we say? The best way for Scotland to score 1 point, they don't have last stone, so their best chance of scoring 1 is having a nice yellow right in the middle with a whole bunch of stones right in front. They do have 2 stones out front from Blair Haswell, and Angus Bryce then putting a stone towards the 4 foot. Now, those stones out front, yes, they are currently guarding German stones. I don't think I would do that, Mark.
muss erstmal einen reinbekommen, dass wir den dann nicht nutzen.
The correct shot is to clear up the front. Yes. Surely they were not thinking of trying to be even more aggressive than Scotland in this end. I don't think that would have good results. As we said, the ideal situation for Germany, who have last stone in this 8th, is actually a completely clear sheet. That would be perfect for Mark Muskatovic to just find the paint. So definitely their best idea is to keep clearing stones from the centre, whereas Scotland's best idea is to keep putting stones in the centre. Every stone from now on could be the difference between a win or a loss now.
Good.
Wenn wir Nase treffen, bitte Gelbe wahrscheinlich nur bis hierhin laufen. Aber ich finde es gut, wenn wir Nase liegen bleiben. Ich überlege nur, ob es auch Sinn macht, langsam zu spielen und vorne dran liegen zu bleiben. Weil wir sind weiterhin Shot. Okay.
Quite some blah blah going on sheet 1, as you can see.
Nase.
About 5 Italian stones I can count, all clustering around the 4 foot. There is 1 Swiss stone in there, but that's not enough. You can see the score is 6-4 over there. And the score is even here, and that is perfect. What a shot from Felix Mezenzell. That is glorious.
So, der war doch knapp.
Yeah, let's see that one again. He needed that to be coming at speed to spin that yellow, the second yellow, far enough away, and really super shot from him. Oh, thanks, Michaela, in the chat. With hints on pronunciation of Filipino. The A's and the N's can be tongue twisters if you're not used to it. Well, it's all about Team Philippines, so I'm sure we shall be learning a lot more. And that's not quite what they were looking for from Mark Watt. Difficult to do much with that yellow while it's behind that guard, and there are 3 German stones ahead of it. And again, this might look like a funny idea. Why do you want to take off a guard when you've got 3 reds lovely lined up behind it? And the objective has not changed since the beginning of this end. The easiest way for Germany to score is with the fewest stones in play. The more stones in play, the harder it might be for Mark Muskatovic with his last throw. And it is Scotland who really have work to do here. We won't see them hitting. Well, that's to say, we won't see them just removing stones for the sake of removing stones, because their objective is the reverse. They are also trying to score 1, but the fewer stones in play, the easier it is for Germany to remove them, the easier it is for Mark Muskatowicz with his last throw. Would be quite straightforward for Mark Whyte to throw a big weight at this, remove 2 or 3 reds even, but that's not going to help Scotland. All that will happen is they make space for Germany. We will see Scotland play out the rest of this end just with those gentler shots. Everything T-weight.
Also wenn du schnell spielst, halb triffst, dann werden wahrscheinlich die 5 Steine gehen.
Ja, ich finde es gut, die Mitte aufzumachen.
Remove as many stones as you like, Benny Kapp. The more space for Mark's final throw, the better.
Also dann fliegen alle Roten.
Yeah, thank goodness we're not going to get an extra end here, because we have another game in half an hour. And we do not have time for this, boys.
Wird danach halt nochmal ein Tap-Tap spielen, dass alle hinten liegen, und legt dann doppelt oder dreifach vorne. Ich finde es gut aufzumachen.
It's just a win or a loss here in Baden. That's why we play an extra end. There are different types of competition scoring wise, but this is simple win or loss. And if teams are tied on wins and loss after the round robin, we typically end up with a whole pile of teams on 2 wins and 2 losses. Then it goes to last shot draw. And what a shot from Benny Kapp. He has been hoovering up all morning. And that is a magnificent throw from him. Yes, he removes a couple of German stones as well. But look at all that space now. That's the important part. Watch this. He sprays everything. What a shot from Benny Kapp. Second breakfast for you, sir. Important is that no guards out front. Huge space. Very difficult for Scotland to find a safe place for their stone that Germany won't be able to remove or outdraw.
Würde ich nicht machen, weil im Worst Case Chandler so, dass das Center allein läuft.
Aber liegt er trotzdem noch hinten 8, eigentlich sogar ein Backing für den Draw.
Ja, er spielt mit einem vorne 8 davor.
So quite a difference in demeanour and atmosphere on the ice there. The Germans looking quite perky, happy with their morning's work, and rightly so. They didn't have the best of starts. They needed Mark Muskatowicz to pull a magical 2 out of his pocket even in the first end, but they really stepped it up in the second half.
Also sicher gehen, dass der Rote rausläuft.
Ja, genau.
Yes, there is only one correct shot here, lads.
Tick mehr, Benny.
And that is to remove the guard. 3 stones to come, 2 for Germany, 1 for Scotland. If you remove this guard, then no matter what James Craik does with his final throw, your life will be easier than if that guard is still out front. And Scotland's only chance really is if Germany makes a mistake here.
Alles rot, Felix.
And that could be, that's not really what they wanted. They did not want to leave any guards out front. That was Scotland's only chance, and they do have half a chance. They did get a mistake from Germany, just trying to remove that guard. Caught too much of the stone, didn't roll out. Look at that red guard right in front there. Doesn't really matter what colour it is to Scotland. And James Craik then. Huge shot for him. He will just want to tuck a stone in all the way behind that guard. Good luck, fella.
Easy, easy. Whoa.
A shout of easy, so They think that probably the weight's all there. Oh gosh, that's got a long way to curl though.
Curl! Still curl!
The ice is very curly.
Hard Benny. Hard Benny.
So James frustrated with his performance today.
Ja, aber gut, wir hatten jetzt vorhin immer...
He really wanted that, the other side of the tee line.
Ja, ja, mal ein Tick weniger.
Mark Muskatowicz has not really missed any draws this morning. He's been on fire with his tee line. It's been a potent combination. Benny Kapp hoovering up 8 shots at a time, and Mark Muskatowicz just finishing it off with delicate draw. So yeah, frustrating one for the Scots there. They had plenty of good stuff, but yeah, just too many misses this morning. Maybe didn't quite take advantage when they were on top and had the momentum. And we're looking for a split of, what did we say, just about 15 seconds was about tee line.
Check schnell aus.
But yeah, Germany still has to make this shot.
Okay. Wir können curlen.
Whoa.
Half backing.
Okay. Good mark.
It doesn't even need the backing. Perfect finish from Germany.
Thank you. Thank you.
They will be delighted.
Thank you.
They're off to a winning start in this competition. James Craik's team, another frustrating one for them. They were really close yesterday, but it was Brunner's team who got the win. They were really close this morning, but it's Benny Kapp's team who get the win. So James Craik's team need to win both their remaining games to have a chance of qualifying for quarter-finals.
Ja, es gibt keine Regel.
And I can tell you who they play next. And life's not getting any easier. In the 2:30 draw, they will play Retornaz, who has just finished. They have just won their second game out of 2 against the aforementioned Michael Brunner. Then they have the evening off, and tomorrow morning they will play the all-conquering Philippines team. So yeah, a tough run-in for James Craik's team. This is their last shot draw for the later game today against Retornaz. They will need all of their skill to win their next 2 games, give themselves a chance of qualifying. Over on sheet 4, they are in their 8th end. It is the last stone coming. Circus shot needed from Canada. Sweden lying 1. They're already 2 ahead. The circus shot does not work, so Edin's team finally winning their first game. They're on 1-1. The Canadians, they have another loss though. They're in the same position as James Craik. They need to win both of their games to give themselves a chance of qualifying. So exciting stuff. Right, go and make yourself a cup of tea, take the dog for a quick walk, get your biscuits, and we are back on at 11 o'clock, our featured game on sheet 2. I think this will be a really intriguing one. It's Corey Dropkin's team from the US. They are up against the Swiss vice champions, André Schnider's team. Join us at 11 European in 20 minutes or so. Join us for that. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
Linie gut! Linie ist gut!
Wechsel! Oh! Hitzeball!
Curl! Immer curl. Sit.
Ja, für Marc.
Gut, schön. Das war ein leiser. Gut, Länge ist da.